All right, welcome into another episode, T-Dub's Film Room. Pretty excited about what we're going to have today for you. I'm going to play a game, and we recently just finished the episode about the outside zone stretch concept. So I figured, I would take the Rams, and I would kind of, take that as a philosophy, kind of as the Rams build their offense out a lot, based on the outside zone stretch with the play action, kind of bootlegs and stuff off of that. So I'm going to play an entire game and just pretty much run just those things, using what we talked about in the last episode with the outside zone stretch concept. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that first, and then the rest of this should make sense. So this is going to look very like elementary and weird because I'm seriously going to run like outside zone and then just play action bootlegs the whole time. I'm going to simulate the defensive part. If I played an entire game, I feel like it would end up just being like way too big of a file size. So I'm not going to do that. I may do that later, but for right now, we're just going to kind of take what we've been talking about and then use it again, as a game here. Let's see if I can get, he's covered. All right, cool. So, again, it is what it is. It may be kind of weird, maybe kind of goofy to do it this way, but this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to have fun either way just because I don't really care if I win or lose. Again, this is more about just like, okay, how do these like systems, how do they really work when you really try to use them like as realistically as possible in a game scenario instead of just running a place of practice and stuff like that. Can you set up plays throughout the course of the game? Can I set up a play action or like even that RPO stretch alert lookie? Can I set stuff up like that and get the defense flowing and then come back and hit them with a kind of a counter? So see, now this is cool. I don't know, I don't know how involved like the AI decision making is on defense based on what you're doing, but they're in a wide alignment. You can see where the defensive ends are there. Oh man, should have got the first down on that one. But that's pretty cool. I mean, if that's any type of like what am I trying to say? If that's like if they're doing that because like of what I'm calling, that's really neat. So I'll be happy to see more of that the rest of the game. So third and short here, again, we're sticking with outside zone. I know that's kind of dumb, in like a realistic sense, but again, we're just trying to see what it looks like to like have a an approach and stick with it the whole game. So I definitely want to get some type of I like this PA Ram sleeve. Let's go there. This is more like a split look, but I mean, again, you can see that the halfback at least has some sort of an outside pathway there. So I like this kind of backside tight end wheel here. Good throw. Oh wow, that's not a tight end. Cooper Kupp. First down. Yeah. All right. So let's get. I know we have a stretch out of I form, so let's get in there. Back wide zone. The point of now. See, this is a pretty good example here. We're covered up, okay, on the strong side. So I don't know how this is going to work. It's again, you're really attacking a wide alignment, so I may have to cut up inside. I really kind of thought my 81 there, so Everett thought he might carry outside and get that guy with contain, but let's get a halfback sub in here. Let's run that again. I mean, I prefer to run it to the field. This looks like a better look for us. So let's see what we got. Reading 89, cut up inside. Oh man, I think that's a bad stick skills there again. Not necessarily outside zone, okay, but it is a boot slide. I just hot route Robert Woods there on the drag just to get some kind of cross action here. Of course, my target is going to be Cooper Kupp, and we'll see if he gets open there. No. I'm just going to keep rolling. Just give it to him, see if he can sneak in there. No. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sim it. We'll get a field goal attempt, presumably. I'm not going to go for it just yet. course, with analytics and stuff, that's probably a situation that somebody would go for it. But oh look, oh my gosh, they did go for it. Well, good for them. I hope they ran a stretch play or a play action bootleg or something. Okay, let me take a sip of iced coffee here. All right, so day after Christmas. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. My first Christmas here. My wife and I just moved to Arizona, so it's our first Christmas here. So it was pretty low key. I love the crossing route. Now, was that a play fake bootleg? No, but I mean, come on, it's a tight set play action. We'll keep it going here with the stretch concept. I love running this to the field here. We'll just read 81. Boom. Man, that keeps happening. My left tackle doesn't seem to want to block. That kind of, really probably a D gap defender or C gap defender. Ooh, I like it out of this set. Let's see if we have one out of here. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so now we have better numbers. And again, I'm reading the last guy, so I'm reading Everett. Even though he's not on the line, I mean, he's the last guy in the box. Free safety came up. So, they're putting guys in the box. I feel like I should have a good opportunity. Like PA boot left, I might as well run it, 3rd and 8. Now I got a wide guy on a bootleg. I might get smoked. I'm gonna go ahead and convert X to a go just to clear him out because I may have to dump this off pretty quick. Yeah. Nice, first down. Kind of a strange 3rd and 8 call, but again, this is, I'm trying to use outside zone and stretch pretty much the entire game. So let's go back to that. Let's run this in the boundary. Sometimes I like, bring it, especially if they're gonna bring a lot of people down. I'll kind of motion him in and see if he'll crack. Yeah, it's kind of busted there, but sometimes you can get them, if you kind of get them to chop in a little bit, you can get them to come up and maybe seal that safety, and that can be a lot of fun. Let's see if I can get a sub. Okay, not sure what we got. I like that PA cross if you guys won't get too mad at me for it's not technically. But see, his pathway really is kind of like outside zone. So, yeah. Oh, man. Well, they brought a lot of pressure. Dump off was there, but let's see. 3rd and 9. Let's do this. I'm just going to run the stretch. It's on the 39. It's probably 2 down territory anyway. So let's see what we got. 89, boom, sealed outside. Jamal Adams, it's a good tackle. So 4th and 6 from 36. I'm gonna go ahead and go for it, and we'll run some type of a play action. Let's see. Don't really like any of those. Okay, PA deep post again. Looks like a stretch, so it doesn't have to be necessarily a bootleg. Oh man, yeah. All right, so turnover on downs, it's all good. It's good coverage. Man to man, I like crossing routes against man to man are great. So you just gotta have your guys just gotta win. So all right, kind of weird here. Minute 19. So what I'm gonna do is run this RPO. That way, if I like what I see here, I can go ahead. Yeah. So I'm not super used to the RPO concept as far as like running it in a game. Just because, again, if you haven't seen my other videos, I haven't really played that much of Madden 21. So I'm still kind of getting used to that. And really, I think Madden 20 had it too, but I didn't really play a lot of that either. All right, so PA boot here. May have to do a little check down. Uh-oh. That's fine. Good job. So, we haven't even talked about coverages. We haven't talked about looking at safeties, like what that coach is doing down there. So I'm not going to talk too crazy, like too much. I mean, obviously, how many safeties do you have? You have one. So you've got like cover 1 and cover 3, just pre-snap of what you're thinking. So I'm running the ball, but you know, just so you guys kind of understand where we're going in the future when we start looking at, you know, break down some coverages and stuff like that. I love bait smash. So, look, it's 2 minutes. You guys give me a break here on the, yeah. That's really good coverage. That is a tough play to cover. That was an excellent job. Amadi, that was great. All right, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't go down and score. Yeah, they got a field goal. That's all right. All right, I'm gonna do this again. Let's jump forward. Jump forward again. All right, so now we're down a lot. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna stick with it. Now, what's been happening here, you can see too, they've got, you know, I mean, the numbers are not good to the strong side. So I'm gonna try to run it backside. Now that essentially does mean that my receiver here is gonna have to block, yeah, the linebacker. So that was not good. Now, and a lot of times too, like in real football, what you'll see is, all right, you know, depending on defensive personnel, but also like how your offense is aligned. That other play you saw, the Seahawks had a lot of guys kind of overloaded almost on one side. Well, then what they might do is align that way and then have the defensive line slant backside just in case you do run slant or zone away from, you know, again, all of their personnel. So even, you know, maybe if you're playing Madden, that's probably a pretty decent thing to think about. Is, you know, if your defensive lineman is heavy on one side, then you can slant, like, you know, get some movement on your defensive line going the opposite direction, just in case they run. Oh man, there was a crease there that developed. Couldn't hit it, but first down. So we've had a little bit more success here the last couple of plays. Of course, we'll have to have a lot of success in a short amount of time to actually come back and win this game if that's what we want to do. Not good blocking out there, 17, wide receiver. You do, now, of course, you know, kind of an inherent part of this, you do need good perimeter blocking, obviously, to consistently be successful with these outside run plays for obvious reasons. You're running outside, you know, toward the receiver. So that's something that, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't know how much, like, the Madden ratings guys really, you know, I don't know how much they really look into wide receiver blocking as far as like attributes and stuff like that, but you know, that's something definitely to at least be aware of. Let's, ooh, nobody's open. All right, now we're third and long, second long, okay, so we're good. All right, let's go. I would love to be able to, I'll run a stretch out of here. Okay. Now, why don't we try this? Because he is pressed up, maybe he'll come with him. All right, so yeah. So even if Robert Woods is not the best blocker, I'd rather have at least another body out there, you know, for that corner. So we're gonna leave him out there. All right, there we go. And then see if I can make him miss. No. So yeah, I got to get better at the stick, that's for sure. I definitely have had some better success here. I like this set a lot. Ooh, I'm very tempted just to run some of that funky stuff. Yeah, let's run it. Why not? This is not really a stretch, but it is outside, so I don't even know who's getting the ball. I think Akers is getting the ball. I'm going to fake the touch pass here. What are we doing? Oh, wow. All right, so that was not very good. All right, 7 to 12, 115, 1 TD, and 2 picks. Not good for Jared Goff. Let's see if I can convert this first down at this point. You know, I don't care too much. I like crossing routes. We haven't had a ton of success. I'll go deep in flat. I get initial protection from these guys here, and then let's say they're running some type of coverage where they don't have like strict flat responsibility. It's like man to man. I like him. Boom. All right. So let's get back to our outside zone stuff. Good job, Cooper Kupp. Way to convert. And we'll talk more about, you know, again, passing game concepts, stuff like that. But I do like crossing, you know, just crossing routes, crossing patterns And the LA Rams with McVay, they do a lot of that stuff, getting bunch sets, run people, across each other, and it puts a lot of stress on a defense. In man-to-man, I mean, you just saw it's tough. Like, it's just tough for you as a defender to just like cut the guy off and run step for step with him as he's running across the field. This looks terrible. So I don't think at least I can bring him back in the box and I'll run backside here. Okay. No, I want to run it to the left. Oh God. Well, it wouldn't let me. Oh, I guess it's because the RPO. So it wouldn't let me flip my play to run it weak side. Oh, it's not an RPO. Well, I'm not sure why that happened. Maybe because I motioned. So we're gonna go to the fourth quarter here. Down 24-7. Not very good. But again, this is not necessarily just for, or it's not at all for, to win or lose the game right now. It's really just okay, so I definitely can't flip it with the RPO. So why don't we just do this, because they've got a single high. So here's a little preview of what my first pass concept right now will be for verts, because I mean, to me, that's kind of where everything starts, is understanding how to attack people vertically. All right, so when you have good safeties that can cover tight ends, that's tough. Let's do that again. We're just going to run 4 verts. I love it if we have a little like switch vertical. All right, what I'm going to do is just call hit seams, and then I'm just going to convert these guys to goes. Well, here's what I will do. I'll put him on a smart route, so at least, let's say if it's like straight cover 1 or something. All right, I like RB. Get it. Yeah, well, looks like we lost, but that's okay. So that was a single high. If it's a long conversion like that was, I think it was 8 to 10 yards, whatever it was, you're probably going to have to attack the seam on either side of the safety. So if you want to get a big gain, 15 yards down the field or so. All right, so we're just going to stick. Oh yeah, there it is. That was beautiful. Okay, so again, that the safety has contained. Like he doesn't. He's not supposed to let anybody outside him, right? So if you can kind of set him up and then bang, hit that thing inside. That's pretty weak. You can do it that way. All right, boom, same. That's really the same thing. I don't know if it's a Madden thing specifically, that it's just hard to hit that crease, or if it's my stick skills, as we've talked about. But seems like it could be my stick skills that I'm not able to hit some of those pretty small creases. Okay, edge pressure. That's exactly what's going to happen if they bring extra pressure from the edge to the nickel blitz. There is great call. So if you see that overload, if you see if you're playing defense, and we'll talk about that. We talk about defensive philosophy and stuff. Let's see, 3rd and 9. Let's go back to that base smash. It's just so pretty when it works, So it looks like man-to-man. I'm not sure how to see my matchups or if that's even a thing anymore. But Cooper, kind of double team, really. Both of them came off. All right, 4th and 9. I know, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I like that double post. Okay, let's just go with this. Okay, so here's another little preview. So I've got some type of 2 high. Okay, again, there's no middle high safety. There's 2 safeties. So you're thinking quarters, cover 2, something like that. That's really what we want for this play. Now, what I'll need is time. If I have any chance at looking at either post, really what you want is if you have a quarters coverage, that's ideal, because Cooper Kupp's going to track that safety there that's on the left hash, right off the left hash, and then it's pretty much, so it is cover 2. I got to throw it here, see if you can catch that good. So that was 2-man probably. But what I was saying is if it is quarters, and if Cooper, attracts that safety on the hash, then it turns into one-on-one coverage on the outside with the corner. And as long as your receiver, crosses his face and tries to win either high or wherever, then you've got a chance at a really big play down the field with a deep post, and it's beautiful. So, all right, PA crosses again. Maybe it's not a pure outside zone play action, but what can you do? Yeah, B was that was the matchup. Is Robert Woods on I think Wagner or their other linebacker, but that safety was just kind of cheating on it. So go back to fade smash. I really just love this play. I want it to work once, please. Okay, 2 high safety, so I may look down the middle. Okay, Cooper. Oh man. All right, I gotta do something. So at this point, we've kind of didn't need to do that. We've kind of abandoned the reason for this video, but maybe we'll get the ball back and we can do it one more time. Now, see, no, that's just not. Come on. Coach suggestions. All right. I want to run. Ooh, yeah. I like some of this stuff. Let's do post corner read. They've been running more two man. It should be good. So I mean, looks like single high. I don't have the best single high beater here, but if it is man to man, so he's in his zone. He's just in a hole. Well, okay. In real life, he probably gets that first down, but that's all right. Let's go see if I can get one more possession here. Maybe we'll be down 38-7. No, not quite. All right. Let's run a couple more plays. Let's go back to the single back. I still like this set just because it's kind of keeping everybody tight. And of course, I mean, one reason you would align this way is the defense is going to align based off, off of your offense. So they're not just going to have guys spread out, as wide as possible. At least in the back end, at the very least, if you're in tight. I mean, they have to relate to the guys that they're reading. So even if they're in zone coverage, the principals will still tell them eyes on, whether it's number 2 on my side or 1 on my side or 3 on my side, whatever it is. So they still have to relate to, obviously where the guys are on offense. So we'll come back to this play. It's kind of a fun play. Oh yeah, that crosser, love it. Oh man. So 28 there, he had his back turned, running downfield quarters. I think he was that nickel. So, you see that. You have that crosser coming, either underneath or over, depending on where he is. Should have been a big play, but that's all right. Let's see. Man, linebackers out there running with Cooper Kupp. That's tough. All right. So that right there was we ran that play in the outside zone stretch concept video. Again, if you haven't seen that, go ahead and go watch that. And some of this will make more sense. Reading 89, good seal on the edge, backside backer. So sometimes that happens. But again, if you're playing, let's say if you're playing against a human, and let's say the human is the backside backer and he's just like flowing hard and making that tackle. Well, what do you do? Well, I mean, of course you can do 2 things. One thing I didn't do is would have liked if you could have helped me out there back. I should have done that. One thing you can do is you can run counters. We didn't do that here. But obviously another thing, of course, is the play action game. So make it look like outside zone, and then boom, we're coming back. The other way, and you can take advantage of that. But tough game here for the Rams, but just kind of a fun opportunity to take a look. Ooh, see, that's a slot fade out of the. Now, I don't know how. Maybe R2 cancels it. Nope. Ooh. All right. Well, again, just a good look at how to build out, a true offensive game plan based on a concept. So like outside zone stretch. Of course, you're not only going to run those run plays, and of course you're not only going to run, play actions based on the outside zone stretch concept. But that's probably why we lost 31-7. But yeah, just kind of a good look. Again, I think a lot of this stuff works really, really well against humans because they're going to, if you're having success with that outside zone, and we'll go look at the stats. We still have pretty good success just in general running the football. Let's see. 91 rushing yards, but I felt like my backs had decent, I mean, yeah, 4-yard average, 22 carries. Didn't realize he had that many carries. Now, Henderson had a pretty good run at one point, but I guess he had a negative play. But yeah, I mean, 22 carries for 89 yards. It's not great, 4 yards carry, but you know, if we were having more success, you know, with different things that I would have done differently in the past game, stuff like that, then maybe you set that up. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back. I'm going to make a couple of videos today, so we'll be back with probably another concept breakdown. We might start looking at some passing concepts. That'll be fun. So anyway, until next time, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.